The star is far too weak. Here are 3 problems with it.
Quack.
The dictionary defines a star as the principal performer of a movie, play, or other show, but the star of Mario Kart is not. When a racer gets the star, they fully control one sun, which makes them a Type 2 civilization according to the Kardashev scale. Since human civilization is less than Type 1, the racer is actually way more advanced than the other players, and so they should learn to fear them. Unfortunately, even though this racer could absolutely smite them out of existence, the star's user is only granted the weakest possible versions of the abilities that they should have. First of all, it only lasts for an extremely short period of time, which is baloney. In reality, the general trend is that smaller stars have longer lifetimes than larger ones, and Wikipedia itself has gone on the record to say that a 0.1 solar mass star will last thousands of billions of years. If we then consider that a character as weak as Lemmy could even lift the star, we must conclude that it is many orders of magnitude smaller than this, and so we would expect the star's lifetime, or duration, to be at least as long as the race. Now I know there are going to be Nintendo fans out there that will complain that it's unfair for the star to always last forever, but that's where they're wrong. You see, it's possible that you could pick up a star that will go supernova before the end of the race. It's just unlikely given that a race is 3 minutes on average, and the star, even with poor diet and no exercise, will easily last a billion years. So the probability of this happening is at best 0, and at worst a really, really small number. But this should put that concern to rest, and of course, improve the gaming experience. And don't worry if you're the lucky one to get a star about to go supernova, because while it may cause the racers around you to instantly lose, you're a Type 2 civilization, which according to theoretical physicist Dr. Michio Kaku, is likely immortal. This means that you should be able to finish the race in peace, and leads us to problem number 2. The next issue is that the current star is a pushover in the damage department. Here we see Cat Peach get hit by somebody who is using the star item, and we observe that Peach only experiences a gentle tumble as a result. This is ridiculous, because we can't even send a satellite to the surface of the sun, and the game is trying to tell me that Peach, when in the same situation, will be ready to race in a few seconds? I don't think so. What the star should do is immediately cause her to lose the game, as well as delete the save progress on her Switch for good measure. I also think it's safe to assume that the star is putting out a lot of heat, and so when other racers are near the star user, their tires and shoes should melt, causing them to instantly lose the game, which of course would make the game better. Now let's talk about obstacles. It's absurd that the Type 2 of a civilization-looking racer still has to steer around the course, as they should have the power to blast through barricades and walls without any issue. However, Nintendo does give the star's user the ability to go over some grass without slowing down, and so I must applaud Mario and his kart for getting this right. Since this is a racing game, it would be silly not to mention something about speed. The third problem with the star is that the user doesn't go fast enough. It's nice that it provides a 33% speed boost, but if karts go like 70 miles per hour, this is just a little shy of the 291,000 miles per hour that NASA says it could move at. On this particular page, they also say that this is a star racing through space faster than a speeding bullet, which leads me to believe that we're going a little slow as even Bonsai Bill can pass us. And yeah, since I'm on a roll, let's bump this up to 4 problems, as what kind of unrealistic body standard is this for a star, huh? Either way, let's summarize why the star is useless. 1. You should get immortality, but instead you get its younger cousin, temporary invincibility. 2. You're a star now. Act like it. 3. Yeah. And 4, come on. My suggestions to improve it are to look at different types of stars and put them in the game with abilities corresponding to their status. Just off the top of my head, we got Polaris, Beetlejuice, Robert Downey Jr., and of course, SpongeBob. So yeah, the star power is probably one of the weakest items in the game, and needs to be buffed for Mario Kart 9.